Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't have to give your Pokemon a nickname, but
You know, in hindsight, that makes sense. But I literally just called my character Hex Maniac.
Hexmaniac, the Hexmaniac. Your parents weren't really inventive, were they?
Hexia Mania.
is this Gen 1 where the trainers had a class but not a name?
I mean, I have a name.
So I guess I'm just gonna come up with something on the fly. Hang on.
That's how I name most of my characters and then regret it later, or it was the best decision ever.
Mm-hmm.
Michael, do you want to go first then?
Do we just introduce ourselves or introduce ourselves as...
Introduce yourself, and then if you want to introduce your Pokemon partner, you can. Or partners. As the case may be with some of you.
Yeah, as the case is. Let me just actually stretch this out so I can see stuff.
Alright, job done.
I am Professor Thorn, Pokemon researcher. I typically research the Steel-type Pokemon. I believe with this region, right, there's like radiation stuff?
Yes.
Yeah. Due to the hardiness and possibility to be able to survive better in here and to deal with what has happened here. Also, as a hobby, he enjoys cooking. Along a similar vein of basically what can you eat here in the more dangerous areas. And because of his cooking habit, he has... how do you pronounce the name of these Pokemon? Maui?
Mawile?
Mawile. He has a Mawile. That helps him in his cooking endeavors and judges his stuff. And so he has Gordon Malsey as his Mawile Pokemon companion. And his other Pokemon companion it was an old test subject of Thorn's that basically plays the role of the parental figure because Thorn and Gordon often get into trouble. And this Pokemon has to constantly bail them out at various things. Because Thorn, whilst being an avid researcher, doesn't necessarily think it all the way through. And so oftentimes has to be saved by his Metagross, Bob.
Named him Metagross Bob.
Yeah, he's Silent Bob.
Just, because your name's Professor Thorn, at some point you have to get a Ferrothorn.
Sure. It's also because it was a tree name, so...
Trying to get sidetracked here. Is there a Professor Cypress?
Cypress. Cypress sounds familiar, but I don't know if you... I know there's a Sycamore.
I just remembered that stupid thing where we make a Pokemon a ghost type.
What?
I saw the smooth stone and I immediately started thinking about when we said just bash a random Pokemon over the head with a rock, turn it into a ghost type.
Oh. Cypress is a fan game professor.
Cypress is what?
A fan game professor.
Ah, okay.
I think.
Oh, cough.
Yeah, Pokemon Brick Bronze.
Anybody ever see that horrible Peter remake of Pokemon?
You mean the one image of Pokemon Black Blue?
Yeah.
Which is worse than the actual games?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen
That's
that.
fucking weird.
Also, this should have popped up on your screens, but everybody starts with a Geiger counter, a Poketch with a built-in sat phone, and an unidentified smooth stone.
Can I draw on the Poketch?
Um,
Sure, you can have the apps for the Poketch.
do we have a radio that goes?
You cut out what?
Yes, I noticed. Am I okay? I'm fine now. Can we have a radio that goes to Big Iron and stuff like that?
Sure, it can be on the Poketch.
Okay.
What is this? Fallout New Vegas?
Which reminds me, I was hoping
We've
that...
already got a Geiger counter and basically what amounts to a Pip-Boy.
That's why
May
I was
as
making
well.
that joke.
Okay, I wasn't going for the Pip-Boy, but yeah, it kind of is now that you mention it. But that does remind me, I was going to do Fallout New Vegas. And I was like, I wonder if I upload this to YouTube, if the music's going to get claimed. Yep. So I'm going to have to start over without using the radio.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to be able to listen to the Big Iron because it was claimed.
Big Iron, Big Iron.
There's a big iron on his hip.
Mm-hmm.
Big Iron on his head.
Okay,
I
so
love the backup singers to the.
Joker, are you? What's your character and partner Pokemon?
Okay, I am Hexia Mania. Because
Okay.
I couldn't be asked to come up with an actual name.
Hexie is a real
And
name,
my
just not
partner is
spelled like that.
Litwick. Huh?
I think Hexie is a real name.
Is Hexia a real name?
It sounds like
that
a real
doesn't
name.
surprise me.
Either that or there was a witch character in a video game named Hexia.
Then it's a real name.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen some of the names in some video games? Have you played Pokemon Coliseum or XD Gale of Darkness? Because those
No.
names are completely randomized letters shoved together for the most part, with an occasional real name mixed in.
You know what sounds like a fake name though? Judd.
It would, except I've heard it so often.
I've never heard that name before.
I don't know if I've known a Judd, but I've seen it in media enough.
I've never known, seen, or like heard of a man named Judd.
And your partner Pokemon is
Litwick.
the Litwick,
Yeah.
which is fine.
He's lit.
There's no reason to nickname.
I'm not gonna nickname him because if he dies, then I'll be too attached to him. And then if
But
he
don't you
dies,
have an
or
ability
I'm
for
zombie,
that?
Would I... What?
You have an ability for that.
Don't you have
Yeah,
an
I
ability?
know, but if he comes up as like a zombie, I'm gonna rename him anyway, so what's the point?
Oh, you're gonna put
So-
X in its name and rearrange the letters?
This is where we've crossed over into being a crossover between Pokemon and Fallout, and also Pet Cemetery.
But also Kingdom Heart, because I mentioned Roxas. That's the X in the name and rearranging the letters I was mentioning.
I might come up with a nickname later down the road.
Okay. That's fine.
For the
It's
most
like
part,
Sword
I-
Shield. You could just name your pet's name whenever.
Yeah, but I mean, like, for the most part, I never name my Pokemon even in the games, because I'm like...
Right. I mean, in universe,
point?
it would be like calling your dog dog, or I guess calling your miniature dachshund miniature dachshund, technically.
And I mean, like, I get that, but also, never have I ever seen an actual trainer, like, out in the game name their Pokemon. Or in the show.
There have been a couple in the show, but yeah, they're more outliers for some
Couple.
reason.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a few teams in the starting town here, which is actually a city, New Hagane City. You have Team Blaze, who is currently being watched by the police because they're suspected of arson.
That's just name profiling right there.
Probably. There's Team Normie, which is more of a club than a team, but they call themselves a team, and they use primarily normal type,
normies,
Surprise. And then there's Team Pixie Dust, who uses primarily cute or fairy types.
You know,
preferably both at the same time.
I don't
trust them entirely and explicitly.
They're also known to do good deeds. Team Blaze, other than this arson, you don't, people don't trust them, but just because of their name. Other than this arson, you don't know of anything that they've actually done.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, Team Normie's more like a club. So we're starting the map of Zhalore, or Zhalore. Just Zhalore. There, I didn't put a thing on.
If Normie Club is not run by somebody by the name of Norman, I would be very disappointed.
That name's taken. That's a gym leader in Gen 3.
We are denied.
How dare you?
Yeah, Norman, the normal type gym leader from Gen 3, who is also your dad.
That was weird.
One of the only instances in the entire game where the player's dad is involved. Well,
I know, right?
Probably dead.
The other ones, they're either dead or left your mom.
Ritually sacrificed for you to have your Pokemon journey.
It's sad that, like, being in, like, 2 towns over is better than, like, just leaving outright.
Well, apparently there's actually a road because he travels home every night.
Well, here's the thing. You also have to think about it this way. The entire world lets, like, a bunch of children go after, like, actual criminal organizations that have, like, done evil shit and probably have murdered people.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with that?
You send a child.
Not in Sword Shield. They actually tried to make you not involved. It doesn't work out in the end because you end up being the strongest trainer in the whole region. But that's not the point. They tried to keep you uninvolved.
Yeah, at least they gave effort.
Effort was made, however little.
The other one is other Pokemon's like, oh, you can walk on 2 legs more than 5 feet. Okay, you're good, kid. You're good on your own. Go fight giant monsters.
Yeah, and especially when you look at some of the lore for, like, some of the Pokemon. I mean, just alone, Litwick is terrifying.
I mean, Drifbloom's also terrifying.
Actually,
yeah,
a lot of
being 12 years old, and then you're like, I'm gonna go on a Pokemon adventure. Suddenly, a balloon picks you up and drops you.
If you read the entries, there's actually a lot of entries that say actually can't pick kids up, and that it's not actually what it does. But there's like the one entry that everyone quotes that says that it does that.
Well, I mean, they change it also via across gens. So.
No, that was in the same gen. There's one entry for Diamond and one entry for Pearl, and one of them says that they carry kids off, and the other one says that they don't.
Yeah.
Can we discuss the ethical problem behind actually catching and using a Yanmask to battle?
That's any ghost type.
Oh, fuck. You're right.
Also, your Litwick isn't the regional variant because it has to be ghost type, and I forgot about a little thing about the regional variant. It's not ghost type to start. So.
What? So I can't bash it over the head with a rock and make it a ghost type?
No, because it gains ghost type when it falls below half HP, but I also said we weren't doing abilities, so it's not going to gain ghost type, so it'd just be poison fire type.
Oh. So I have a question. What would happen if you licked a Haunter?
It's literal gas, so how are you licking it?
I don't fucking know.
How does it lick you is the better question, actually.
You know what? Yeah, that is fair. How does it become
Pokemon
tangible
magic.
enough to, like, lick you on the face and then kill Misty?
Pokemon friendship magic.
Okay, so New Hagane City is mostly skyscrapers. Wait, is that a Duraludon or a skyscraper?
I don't know what either of those are.
Skyscraper?
Yeah, I'm just joking with you.
Do you know what a Duraludon is?
Nope.
It's the Pokemon that Raihan has. Steel Dragon type.
I don't know who that is.
looks like a skyscraper. The
Oh, from Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield.
Oh, I don't think I've gotten that far yet.
It's the last gym, so.
Yeah, I think I'm maybe halfway.
Spoiler alert.
Like,
He
I
does
kinda
double
just-
battles. So make sure you have 2 strong
You know what?
Pokemon.
I'm actually glad there's a lot more double battles in this.
Not as many as there were in Gen 3. Oh! Especially in Emerald, where you couldn't walk away from them. They actually had line of sight.
Anyway,
Let's see here. Team Pixie Dust headquarters is here. They've run several charity events in the city. They also are selling a Pokemon food called Pixie Puffs.
This is Girl Scouts, isn't it?
I prefer making my own food for my Pokemon. Gordon Halsey is very picky.
Yeah. Pixie Dust characters.
You'll never be a professional chef, Gordon.
I glare at you. How dare you?
Pixie Dust members dress
Oh my God,
kind of.
Did anybody ever see those Kid Gordon videos?
Kid Gordon?
Yes.
No.
Oh my God, I'm sending these to you.
Okay. But the outfit of Pixie Dust is inspired by magical girls, but there's also boys in the organization, so they're just flamboyant.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the Team Normie members in the city are like between kindergarten and 3rd grade age. And also, Professor Thorne's lab is here,
Yes.
as well as the steel gym.
It's a lab and like partially a restaurant, depending on how messy I let it get.
It's
That
occasionally
doesn't
open.
seem safe.
It's perfectly fine. I mean, I give killer creatures to kids. I should know what safety is.
Yeah, you hand out the region's starters then, do you?
Careful you don't get the hydrochloric acid mixed with salt. The results could be devastating.
I mean, I might have like an assistant who's trying to be a professor, like start doing that for me.
Okay, yeah, because there's Colorsa, the fire type, Stone, the rock type. It's not spelled like a stone, but that's how it's spelled.
Nah.
And Duracoil, the steel type, which is probably your favorite,
Yee.
considering. But yeah, you're probably going to have an assistant hand them out from now on while you're adventuring. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you wish to do at this point?
It's Assistant Professor Yu.
I'm going to assume that's spelled Y-U.
YEW.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. You,
Yeah.
as in the wood. Okay. That's even worse because it's a real name.
That's bringing some flashbacks back to that fuck, what was that movie?
Who are you? I'm you. No,
Yeah, that one.
I don't remember what it's from either, but I'm sure I've seen clips of
I
it.
have told you. It's like you, me? Yes, you. It's like I am me. He is
and you
me,
said,
and I am you.
and you said immunities to damage are instead 4th, right?
Yeah, 4 times resist instead.
Rush
Just-
Hour. That's what it was.
Oh yeah. You know how long it's been since I've seen that movie?
I know, right?
Has anything caught up that needs my attention? Something new and changing in the environment that normally I would send a young, pluckish kid off to do, but you know, I have the free time right now, so.
Yeah, it's time for some adventuring.
Yeah, there's rumors that the region's legendary has returned.
Oh yes, I should start investigating that with my newfound friend and foodie Hexia.
I don't like food.
How are you alive?
Hexia is very gaunt, apparently.
Okay, my newest charity case.
There we go. That's a good
I
one.
didn't say I didn't eat. I just said I don't like food.
Well, I'm not
Newest-
saying you starve. I'm just thinking if you don't like food, you probably only eat it when you have to. So you're probably not very
Well, no.
big.
Does your character just literally eat just like cup of noodles and like nothing else?
Yeah.
Oh, the salt
what's wrong with
content.
that?
Oh,
It's easy to store. I can eat it when I want it. And I can eat it dry.
The first time I've met your character,
I'd like to clarify, I don't do that in real life, because who the fuck does that?
I mean, you
People
can
do.
eat it dry, but then you have to drink so much water.
I mean, like, I didn't even think you could eat it dry. I thought you had to cook it.
Yeah, it's not cooked. It's just absorbing the liquid. So if you ate it dry, then you just have to drink a whole bunch of water so you don't dehydrate.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not like
Professor
rice. If you eat rice dry, then it'll expand in your stomach and possibly kill you. If you
Yeah.
eat too much.
I'm sorry, what?
If you eat too much dry rice, it can expand in your stomach and kill you.
I... Okay.
That's why you don't give dry rice to chickens.
Chicken can
Professor-
drown in the drain.
Yeah, so can Johnny Bravo.
Professor Thorne probably nearly had an aneurysm when we first met each other.
So you're going on a food journey, probably, to start with.
Yeah,
We can.
yeah. It's
It's like I
okay,
discover all the intricacies of food.
the legendary Okay, the real thing is we're technically saying we're searching for the legendary, but in actuality it's Thorne believing that most likely the legendary hasn't returned and is trying to get this hex maniac to actually eat some decent goddamn food.
Just go to every freaking like restaurant's like, do you have cup noodles?
It's just like I will kill you.
No, we do not serve noodles here.
And the only one
I just
legitimately
imagining asking that at a burger joint too.
and the only one legitimately taking our quest seriously is the Metagross Bob.
Oh, you're looking for the cup of noodle burger? We just put some cup of noodle on top of the burger.
Awesome. Give me the cup of noodle burger. Hold the burger.
It's like someone is about to say something about that Thorn just like appears behind, just glaring.
We can't do that, he says,
not.
trying to read your facial expressions.
Just nod slowly. Oh. Yeah, but I think that's the start of our quest.
Yeah, does anyone want to challenge the gym? I'm gonna take that as a no.
Probably not.
Maybe later or
I'm
never.
good at going on a food adventure.
Maybe later, but
Yeah.
like now we're not trying to like be the very best at the moment.
I want to eat the very best.
Like no one ever was. And besides, I know Sturson.
Just change all the lyrics to food-related stuff.
Yeah, I guess if you went in there and you were losing, you could use Metagross and just win. Because it's the first gym and you have no badges. You're a professor,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean that you have badges.
Yeah.
Though Oak apparently
So,
does.
How
'cause
old are we in this setting?
How old do you want to be?
Well, I don't want to roleplay as a child, so I guess let's age her up.
Yeah, you don't have to be a kid. In fact, the people who are developing this, all of their characters are adults.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
In terms of lore, it doesn't make any sense because we'll be like the only adults running around. But
Yeah, they keep mentioning all the other characters are like 13 or 14, and they're these like 20-some-odd-year-olds.
Hello, fellow children.
Hello, fellow kids. You know nobody here wears baseball caps backwards or has a skateboard, right? Hello, fellow kid.
Yeah, it's just that. Professor Thorne is probably in his 20s.
Yeah, let's go early to 20s. I want to be spry.
I'm 95, setting out on my journey.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Sounds like the daycare man.
There's 95, take like 3 days to get to the next city, then just keel over from old age.
So I assume you're going foraging to find fresh ingredients. Is why you leave?
Nah, I got some cup noodles here.
I'm pretending at least to research, so I'd be following up on rumors that would lead me in directions of good foraging spots.
But then while Metagross isn't watching, you're just like,
Well, so are you on?
Metagross is like actually doing it, like Detective Cap and everything, and then I'm just like off getting berries. Shit.
But Metagross knows that you should actually be doing the research. That's why he's doing the research.
Yeah, exactly. Bob's got my back.
Yeah,
Bob
so if you
doesn't
look at
want to
the
have my
map,
back, but he does.
if you look at the map, the big crater shaped like a diamond on the map, all that brown in a diamond shape.
That's
is that Nuke?
You could play a really mean game of baseball there.
How? There's like water where the pitcher would be.
It's just extreme baseball. He has to swim whilst pitching it.
Uphill.
Large multitude of miles.
Uphill for days worth of foot travel.
Yes.
So there's definitely a Pokemon who does the pitching.
Exactly.
Probably a Machamp.
Or maybe there's a guy that's on top of the Pokemon that does the pitching.
We have a
Just really
Gyarados
bad
pitcher
at
with
it.
Hydropub.
No, it's a Machamp pitching, but the pitcher is the guy who owns the Machamp. So the Machamp is called the pitcher's aid.
There we go.
But yeah,
when anyone says this is the canon now.
yeah. But yeah, this is where the nuclear meltdown happened, and it didn't just melt down; it done exploded. So something bad went down.
Nice. I bet it was the Pixies' fault.
You know what? I believe that. No one is that cute or nice.
I know, right?
My plot is falling apart, guys. I don't know if they caused it, but my plot is falling apart anyways.
Rule 1
It's like-
of any anime: don't trust the magical girl. Rule 2 of any anime:
But this is a Pokemon game.
Rule 1 of any anime.
It's not the anime. Okay, well,
Anyway,
do we wish to go into the forest?
sure.
Yes, never to be seen again.
Yeah, let's see if there's something I can make you roll,
First.
like to not get lost or something, just so we roll.
Alright.
We could just roll D20s.
No, it's 2d6 plus something.
Oh.
I guess it'd be plus sharp. Actually, I guess it'd be... What would it be as an ability here?
I mean, our abilities are tough, charm, sharp, weird, cool.
No, yeah, those are your attributes. I'm looking to see if there's any action you can take that would make sense. Nah, okay. Yeah, I just
Check a
roll
place
plus
out.
sharp then, so 2d6 plus 2 if Michael's rolling.
Well, I mean, there's check a place out is an ability.
Oh, well, that's more like casing a joint. As I drop my pencil.
Man, I actually can't make this big enough to see all the abilities.
I
Huh?
just wanted to cool. Dropping that pencil.
I can't make my
Cool at all.
character sheet big enough to see all the abilities.
Oh, you can scroll
I can
it.
see just fine.
It won't let me scroll for some reason.
There's act under pressure, kick some frostlass, Pokemon Center, listen to me, behind the substitute, help hinder, check a place out, manipulate someone, white out, which, only happens if everybody falls in combat, and catch that Pokemon.
Okay.
So, how does substitute work as a move?
I think I have everything on the thing
so-
except
so
catch the
behind-
Pokemon.
Okay, yeah, that's the last one. Behind the substitute is more like you're trying to incite someone than actually.
Well, no,
substitute.
I'm talking about literally the move substitute in the Pokemon game. How the fuck does that work?
So that would be create an advantage. That'd be on your Pokemon sheet.
He's talking about the actual game.
Yes, the actual game, as in like if I were to go into Pokemon Emerald right now.
What do you mean?
How does that actually work? Like,
How
if you
does
were
that
thinking about
actually
it
work?
as an actual fight?
I don't
You want me
know.
you want me to roll 2d6 plus 2 for checking this place out?
Yeah. Or click on the It's probably the same roll anyways. 9 is a success. Is it a partial success or hold on? Is it a partial or a full success? Let me pull up the PDF.
Do you think Pokemon fear death?
They would if they ate constantly cup of noodles.
Well, I mean, I don't feed my Pokemon just cup noodles.
I'm
Just feed
talking
myself
about your
cup noodles.
diet. You do know there are other pastas or noodle dishes that you can have.
I am well aware of that, but why get rid of efficiency?
They're simple to make,
So is cup noodle.
but you must eat something besides one dish.
No, it's just been cup noodles for the past 13 years.
How are you alive?
I don't know. The doctors don't know that either.
I should know. Ah. One of these days, you will cook something.
I love that. That's my headcanon for 13 years. Just been eating varieties of cup noodles.
Oh.
Okay, so 7 to 9 is a mixed success. So you since technically you wanted to look for things to forage, you're going the right way, but there's nothing to forage. So you're just happily actually moving down the route, but you can't find anything to forage.
Oh yes, this direction to research more about the possibility of legendary return. Inside his mind. Dang it!
You guys are very obviously looking for berries.
Yeah.
As you're looking around to forage.
Yeah. Dang it! There's nothing in here to make that. Are you a girl or a boy, by the way?
Well, my character is. Well, you can't see my character. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a girl. Because apparently there's not a male variant for the Hex Maniac.
I mean, you can be male if you want to be, but in game,
That is
no.
fair, but I think it's a little late for that now.
In the Pokemon main games, yeah, it's all female, and then if you want to be a guy that does psychic stuff, you have to be psychic. But then there's female psychics, so I don't get it.
Dang
Yeah.
it! Nothing to make
Hindsight's 2020, but let's move on.
that. Dang it! Nothing to make that crazed girl eat anything besides cup of noodles is going in the back of my head. Bob is just going.
So
Sigh.
I don't know if you were here for that, but the headcanon is for the past 13 years, I've been eating nothing but cup noodles. Because why not?
Gordon Malsey is
As
offended
a why
by
not passes the road.
is offended by your food choice, and then Bob is just kind of floating outside of his Pokeball, being like, the only thought in his mind just sigh.
Wait, does the Metagross float?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think I'm thinking of the later evolution.
Oh, that Metagross is the final evolution, and it can float.
Is it?
Yeah. There's Metang, there's Beldum, Metang, then Metagross.
That's probably what I was thinking. Metang.
And then there's Mega Metagross,
Looks like a walker.
is Mega Metagross, which is just a Metagross, like, tilted 90 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And then it looks like it's gonna roll down roller.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're walking down the route, off to the side, you hear somebody cursing a Pokemon repeatedly.
A person what?
Cursing a Pokemon repeatedly.
I'm sure they're fine. Let's keep.
Me and Gordon bolt off with the speed of at least 3 Zigzagoons.
Zigging and zagging.
Yeah, hearing a Pokemon in distress, as Bob once again in his head, sigh. It floats after us.
I follow slowly behind, clearly unperturbed by the situation.
As you reach a clearing, you see two people in magical girl outfits. One of them's a magical boy with two cute fairy-type
One a man,
Pokemon
right?
harassing a Trapinch. Telling it it's not good enough. Talking about how it's stupid that in this region it's a bug type. And the thing is clearly on its last leg and they're about to do something very bad.
I would like to attempt to do the whole anime thing of just suddenly appearing in front of one and someone being like, "What are you doing?"
I show up and I'm just like, what a mess.
Okay, let's see here. That would probably be... What would that be? Sometimes these moves don't make sense for this. That'd probably be rolling plus cool, because that sounds really cool.
Okay.
So it'd be 2d6.
Good thing I'm not that cool. 12!
Well, that's a
Okay,
full
wow.
success. You just suddenly appear in front of them. And what do you say?
Excuse me.
I was thinking
what
it was gonna
is
be like
going
the cringy cool professor, but it's like the one professor that turns out to be like Bill Nye. It's like, fuck yeah, this dude's awesome.
It's the whole thing of like smiling, but it's the whole like intimidating aura. What do you think you are doing?
I think that would be a tough though. Reroll for tough.
No, it's cool to just suddenly appear in front of them anime style.
Yeah,
Tough would be
that-
if he just went up behind them and did like Vulcan nerve pinch on both of them.
God,
Or
that would
throat
be
chop.
hilarious. Can we stab him?
What do you think you are doing?
Ah, a witness!
Oh yes, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. Hey, do we have the PDF somewhere?
I gave it to you. I think it's pinned as well in Discord.
It's
I'm
been
Professor
pretty okay.
Thorn, Pokemon Professor.
Quick, get him!
Oh, seriously? Not even gonna give me time to introduce myself? Alright, these bratty
No,
little
you're gonna
fucks.
show off while they're
Fine.
fighting because you said you were following slowly behind.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Come in like 1 to 2 turns later, it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Maui.
Let's see.
Gordon.
One of them sends out Hyrixie, which is a fire fairy type,
Okay.
and the other one sends out. I'm
This
just
code was
scrolling through
almost
my
once
list
called Bonfire.
here. Where is the... I could just search the document using the search function, but no, I'm scrolling.
I think I'm gonna change my tag.
A Corphe, which is a fairy ice type. Ooh, fire and ice, nice. And battle music starts playing. Out of nowhere.
Mhm.
Maybe Bob has a music player.
Dun, 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 dun.
Alright, so... Let me just pull up a random fairy type on Cerebi, since these are fake mons, and I don't have stats for them.
I opened Discord to do something, and I don't remember what it... Oh, right, okay.
PDF?
Message.
So how long until Bob reaches me?
I don't know, but
That's not what it
you
was.
have Mawile with you, right?
Yeah.
Which is Steel Fairy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. These have a fairy type move and probably a fairy type. Oh, look at that! A fairy type move and a normal type move. And they don't have very much HP. They have like 2 HP. So let me just pull up the default sheet here to make sure I know what I'm doing. All right. So, what is your Pokemon's speed?
1.
Okay. These guys would have a speed of Also, one for one of them, but player gets the tie, so you can go first.
Okay.
So you have 3 options. You can kick some Frostlass, which is attack with the damaging move. Create an advantage, which is basically any non-attacking move you want it to be. And then there's Help Hinder, which would be helping another Pokemon in battle. So like
helping
Mhm.
hand.
like helping. Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna have Gordon Malsey kick some Frostlass.
All right, and then you have a move that has a type. I think you only have Ghost type right.
Astonish.
Yeah. So
Ghost type
yeah.
physical.
That's a physical Ghost type move. You can go ahead and roll that. The macro should work. We'll see if it does.
Well, the thing is also that because I am a professor of steel type specialist, all Pokemon with my type deal a bonus of 1 damage when they attack.
Okay, so it'll get 1 extra damage.
Yeah. And I'm going to go after the Fire Fairy one.
Okay.
And this would be attribute attack, right?
Yeah, kick some Frostlass. There's an actual
10.
Yeah. 10 is a full success. So you deal Ghost normal effective, I believe. Against it, yeah. Obviously, I need the PDF. One. And then you have an extra damage, right?
Yeah.
So 2 damage knocks that one out. And the Fairy Ice type has a fairy move, which will be like 1/4 effective against you.
It's half.
You're oh no, you're right, half. Sorry, I was thinking for some reason the fairy resisted fairy. And then make it that. And a mixed success or a fail. It's gonna faint either way. I just want to know if I don't do it. No, you just take it out because it fails its attack so bad that it takes all the damage and you take no damage.
Okay.
And they return their Pokemon and attempt to flee.
I would like to try to catch one of them.
Let's see how well they flee.
Oh my god, are we actually gonna murder one of them?
They successfully flee.
No.
Oh, fuck.
I was meaning like grab a hold of them and interrogate.
Yeah, they rolled a
Pokemon.
whiteout roll, which is something you guys roll.
Hindsight, that makes more sense.
Yeah, they rolled a whiteout roll to determine if they get away clean, and they had a full success, so they get away clean. But now you know the Team Pixie Dust is up to something. You don't just think it.
I knew they were little bastards.
By the way, do our little like Pokeboys have like any recording software?
No.
Pokeboy, you old fogey.
Pokeboy. Pokeches with cameras.
I immediately start tending to this poor Trapinch.
Can I catch the Trapinch?
Oh yeah, we forgot to do items. There's something you can just spend on items. search potion. That should get to it. Okay. Oh. During character creation, I don't know if we did this, you select 2 things that you will never run low on. Berries, Pokeballs, potions, full heals, and repels.
I didn't catch most of that.
Yeah, you're
I'll
like
put it in chat.
super silent.
I'm facing away from the mic.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just post it in Discord, because this is a different computer.
Yeah.
I think we missed this when we were making characters. I know who's never running out of berries.
I'll take
Can
the
I-
Pokeballs. And
Can I
guess the
forge
berries.
berries?
Yeah, you can find berries. So if you
Okay,
want to,
So I'd probably have Pokeballs and potions.
okay.
So, out of curiosity, are like orange berries and stuff like that? Are those like safe for human consumption, or is
Yes.
that strictly for Pokemon? Okay.
They don't, heal you 10 HP when you eat them as a human, but
I know, but I'm just like curious if they're
actually,
just
well, they
safe
might
for
have
Pokemon.
medicinal properties still, but
I immediately
might,
take out
but
a
I mean, like-
potion and use it on this poor Trapinch.
it, I don't know if it heals the full, but it definitely feels better. That either would be full or close to full. So let me double check how to catch. You still want to try that?
I can still what?
I said I was gonna check out how to catch if he still wants to do that.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. So it's a regular Pokeball, so it has no bonuses. And I believe you would be catching this by surprise if you just came out of the bushes and threw a Pokeball at it, because that's what it sounds like you're doing.
Probably.
So it'd be 2d6 plus 1.
2d6 plus 1. Ready.
And
Fuck.
yeah, you wanted a 10 plus. The Pokeball breaks as it breaks out. Like it.
Alright.
That's someone's phone.
She'll slink back into the
That would be
bushes.
mine, sorry. Apologies.
I think it knows you're there though. So if you try to do that again, you're not going to get the bonus in stealth.
Can I lure it over with a berry?
Do you have a berry?
That was one of the items I selected.
Oh, then yes, you can try. Probably be manipulate someone.
Manipulate. Is that a built-in roll or
Yeah, that's a built-in rule.
Haicha? Well, shit. The exact same roll, but backwards.
That reminds me, you get 1 experience each time you do a flat failure, so you have 2 XP right now.
Oh, I have 2 XP. Nice.
I
5.
look at this little Trapinch that my companion is failing to do anything with, and I asked the little Trapinch if he would like to join us on our Pokemon journey.
It's glaring at your companion.
Is there a way I could like persuade it?
I might have magic for that.
It hurts.
No. Gentle weapon? No. I mean, I could trap it.
I mean, you can try to persuade it with manipulate someone.
I will try to persuade it via manipulate someone.
Unless you're trying to yell at it to listen to you.
Oh, I can heal it.
Okay.
I just offer it more
Or maybe that's
berries. I offer it a quick berry dish. I just whip up all the berries I have in my pouch.
Using up most of your berries in the process.
It was one of the two things I selected as
Oh, you
never
both
running out
you
of.
did both select
We
berries.
both selected berries.
All right.
Yeah. We have all the
As you're
berries.
doing that, a Pokeball falls out of your pocket and hits it and captures it. As it's eating.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I take it from how you were acting, you would like to take care and nurture this Pokemon, right?
No, genius. I wanted to murder it and eat it, of course.
Some people can just want a Pokemon for wanting another Pokemon. You do know this, right?
That is fair.
Do you promise to care for it?
If by care for it you mean not feed it ramen noodles, then yeah.
Meaning raise it and help it grow and reach its potential.
Yeah. It's
I
gonna be an
hand-
awesome little Flygon.
I hand you the Pokeball then.
Hooray.
All right. So this Trapinch is, I think I mentioned it, but I'll say it again. It's bug type.
Pokemon get.
Dee-dee-dee-dee.
Pokemon go up.
The Pokeball floats above your head for a moment, and then falls back down and hits you. No harm is done.
I should hope not.
So,
While we're having like this moment, we see like Bob with like magnifying glass and detective hat just looking over the tracks left by the pixie dust people.
he points back towards the city.
Oh, did they go that way or something?
Lesai.
Literally 90% of everything that goes through Bob's head is just sigh.
Before he sighs, I'm like, did who go where?
Oh, Team Pixie Dust were assaulting that poor Trapinch.
I knew it.
I mean, to be honest, all I really assumed for them was just like, they're not really caring too much and trying to do some sort of marketing scheme or pyramid scheme.
I totally assumed that they were like selling drugs on the street or something like that.
I mean, that is a bit much.
Is that why you
Is it
haven't
though?
used Pixie
If
Puffs?
they're willing to assault a creature, is it
I
really
mean-
that much of a stretch?
I mean, assuming that beforehand, stretch. Assuming that now, fair.
Yeah, that was a stretch
Good point,
before.
But
Is this why you were eating cup of noodles? Because you're just paranoid about them beating you someday?
no.
Yeah,
it's
you're
like cup noodles. It's efficient.
Well, that's why nobody's in this group is feeding Pixie Puffs to their Pokemon, apparently.
One's a foodie that likes cooking for themselves, and the other eats his cup of noodles.
Yeah, nobody that you probably think maybe I shouldn't buy Pixie Puffs now.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't going to. I mean, they were going to have that new flavor out that I was going to try, but no.
Yeah, it was Schnozberry.
Schnozberry. Well, we should pursue them.
So are these like children or are these like full-grown adults?
Well, evil team members, which apparently these are always adults for some reason.
How
Maybe
can
I
we
didn't
tell?
mention that part.
How can we tell? They're above teenage years.
Well, Team Blaze is too, but you don't suspect them.
Fair.
They seem like fine, upstanding citizens.
Who for some reason have been framed for arson. Or were they?
Please did it.
We should probably take this route to the forest in case they might have hurt any other Pokemon along the way.
Yes. Wait, who hurt a Pokemon?
I just told you. See, this is why you shouldn't eat a full diet of cup of noodles.
Listen, the doctors say I'm mostly fine.
Flashback. I don't know how you're fine, but your salt levels are fine. What is this?
The doctor's note you handed me was written in crayon.
But it had a real doctor's signature for some reason.
The doctor just picked up the wrong thing. The flashback continues. He's reaching for like a pen, but is so flustered, accidentally grabs a crayon for like the child patients to use.
and then realize it when he goes to sign it and signs it with a real pen. Like, this is good enough. It's got my signature on it.
Mhm. Anyway, let's finish this route through the forest and head to the city to pursue these ne'er-do-wells.
Okay.
I don't remember if I said they went back this way, but I'm going to say they went this way.
Bob, lead the way. You are the most proficient tracker of our group.
He's the only tracker of our group.
He's the only competent member of the team.
That is also true.
The tracks quickly go onto the actual road. So it's really easy to follow where they went.
Huh, I actually wouldn't have suspected that.
And as such, they were unlikely to find more wild Pokemon on the route. Because, it's a road.
Well, if they're just heading down the road, then we can probably detour and just walk amidst the route of this Pokemon as we're heading towards the city, in case any signs of the returning legendary are to be had. In his
Can I
mind,
just
yes,
keep my
about the-
Litwick out?
What?
Can I just keep my Litwick out? Is that a thing I'm allowed to do?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I just constantly have Malsey and Bob out.
Alright, then I'll constantly have Litwick out as well.
Yeah, and then the back of Thorin's head. Perfect, another chance to scavenge for more things to get that poor girl off of a cup of noodle.
But it's 99-cent ramen.
It's like look at the sky. It's like that cloud looks like ramen noodles.
It's entirely different.
No, it's a contrail of someone doing loop-de-loops. Just a Salamence up there doing loop-de-loops.
A Salamence type Salamence, I know.
Oh, I was wondering if someone was going to make that joke.
Yeah, but because of the various Google searches, what ended up happening is that Salamence got labeled, the dragon type got replaced with Salamence.
There was another
So-
type that got replaced too.
That's
I think
hilarious.
like dragon and flying got replaced by Salamence.
I think normal type was replaced by something else or something.
Yeah, normal type got replaced by a different thing, but basically it was a Salamence type Salamence.
Types: Salamence, flying.
It was absolutely hysterical.
Imagine
yeah.
that being an actual Pokédex glitch that happens though.
Great. But I will search these woods a little bit more as we're making our way towards the city to try to get something so that I can make a decent meal for this food heretic.
Okay, as you're traveling, you see another Pokemon and a person. Can
I look at their
Hexio?
feet.
They're not the people. The person isn't dressed in Team Pixie Dust clothes.
Yeah, but if I don't make eye contact, they can't challenge me to a fight.
I'm
But they
making
can trick you into
extremely
eye
hard
contact.
Blindfold
Like
away.
uncomfortable eye contact.
Uncomfortable eye contact. I challenge you to a battle. You're uncomfortable.
It just makes your Pokemon speed slower because they're uncomfortable.
Can Hexia give me a roll plus weird? So 2d6 plus whatever your weird is.
2d6 plus 2. Awesome.
2d6 plus noodles.
Plus nudes.
2d6.
Send me noodle nudes. That's just noodles, by the way.
Mhm.
I got
Okay.
an 8.
Mixed success. Does that Pokemon have a weird aura around it, or
What Pokemon? My Litwick?
no? The one in the road with the person.
Don't know.
Yeah, you see it for a moment, but you're not sure if you actually saw it or not.
Oh, okay.
And then you trip because it's a mixed success.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Wonderful.
try to catch her.
Don't catch me. Catch the Litwick.
Well,
The
Bob will catch the Litwick.
I didn't say the
Then
Litwick
don't
trip.
catch me. Get away from me.
I said Hexia tripped.
Oh, okay. Then I'll try to catch Hexia so that she doesn't fall.
Alright, that would be what, help?
I would
What
assume
would I
so.
do to evade?
Why are you?
You don't
evading?
roll.
I don't know.
Yeah, help or hinder. 7.
Well, you catch her, but she doesn't like it.
I glare menacingly.
I give you just a deadpan look in response.
And you don't notice something, and then the person who was near that Pokemon goes, "Oh!"
I immediately drop Hexia and spin to see what's wrong, and go to help.
As you see a dragon.
I like without any malice or anything, like genuinely say thank you.
As you see a Taillow that's more purple than the ones from the actual games because it's flying poison type. Shoot out a stream of acid at this person.
A what?
Stream of acid because it's poison
No,
type.
a what shoots acid?
Flying poison type Taillow.
Okay.
It was just 1 second it was standing there staring at the person, and the next second you heard him scream, and there's acid all over.
I rush to their aid.
It attacked me out of nowhere! Help!
While Bob just kind of floats towards us.
The Taillow attempts to flee.
Can I try to prevent that?
Yeah. Hinder?
Because something's wrong with this Pokemon. I want to find out what it is. Would it be me hindering, or would one of my Pokemon do it?
Either is fine. If your Pokemon's doing it, use their best stat that's other than harm. So any stat other than harm.
Yeah, Gordon Malsey is going to... Well, actually, I'm going to trust Bob with this. Bob is the most likely.
Looks at Gordon's stats. Nah, Bob's doing it. Mark experience for yourself. Unless you have a +3.
Bob has a +3, has a stat attack of 3 or defense of 3.
Okay, let me double check that does a 6.
It did.
Oh, I think a 6 is still a failure. So you mark an experience.
Bob has failed me for the first time.
And the Taillow, because it's a full failure, gets away.
He's magic.
Or I mark experience.
There's on your character sheet, it says experience 0 out of 5. Every time you gain 5 experience, you level up and your experience is back to 0.
I try to treat this man. I'm assuming potions don't work on... Do potions work on people?
No.
Okay, I will try to...
Is the heal 1 harm for Pokemon, or is it for people? Or is it both?
The potion is specifically for Pokemon.
Okay, what about for the magic, though?
Magic would work on people.
Either?
Yeah, it'd work on both. This guy is currently, he's not dying, but he has, 3 harm from taking acid to the face.
I can heal 1.
Well, that'll make him better, but it won't make him able to walk, probably.
Or I could inflict harm. No, I'll heal.
Okay, I believe you roll plus weird for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just says roll plus weird, so that would be 2d6 plus 2?
Yeah.
I hope this works. Hey, it worked.
Right,
Oh, wait, no, it didn't.
That's a mixed success.
Math is bad.
You do it, but then... Let's see here. I mostly made you guys, not actually take any negatives so far. Let me... see here. There's a specific thing for that. Let me get to the next meeting.
Yeah, it's like the effect is weakened. The effect is of short duration. You take 1 harm, ignore 1 armor, or ignore armor. The magic draws immediate unwelcome attention, and it has problematic side effects.
This person now no longer has feeling in their entire face.
It worked.
Can I try to help them further?
I mean, you can't reverse the effects of the magic.
Yeah, not reverse that, but like.
But I mean,
with the acid,
you can try to help them, but you can't heal them with your stuff.
Yeah, so this person probably can't walk, right?
Right. Well, they might be able to now, but like now if they try to talk or anything, they're gonna be like biting their lips.
Okay. Is there any way to call for like an Officer Jenny or Nurse Joy or whatever and be like, "Hey, we got someone injured"?
Jenny, Jenny.
Is a
You're not in town
like
yet.
a Pokemon
Otherwise,
Center
yes.
actually able to treat people? Though?
Is there a Pokemon 911 for what on the route full of dangerous pocket monsters?
Oh yeah, there's an emergency number on your Poketch.
I'll like sit this guy down and then like call it and then tell them what's happened.
Okay, good, because I don't want to run my minutes up.
Okay. I'm not going to charge you for your minutes, but I mean, okay. Yes, this is Officer John. What's your emergency?
Yeah.
Officer Johnny?
There's a. I don't know if they haven't said if they're a trainer or not, but someone was injured on the side of the road by what was it, a Taillow, right? Above board, it was a Taillow. That's what you
A
said.
Taillow.
Taillow. By a Taillow. It was looking at him and spontaneously attacked.
Oh, not again. How injured is the guy?
His face is a bit better due to some aid that was given to him, and I like poke his like cheeks a little bit. It appears he has lost some feeling in his face.
Okay. I'll be right there. You hear sirens in the distance.
Do you need me to remain here with him, or?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Do not pursue that Taillow.
I'm Professor Thorn.
Check something somewhere. Fine, you can pursue the Taillow.
All right. Hexia.
There's a
Guard
click.
this man.
I mean, I wasn't going with you either way, but yeah. Cool.
Also, here's a prepackaged meal I've made for you.
Ew, gross. Get it away from me.
It has some of cup of noodles in it.
You win this round.
When you get
Anyway.
back, the only thing that's eaten out of it is the cup noodle.
Eat it.
Anyway, I spin around. Gordon also spinning the same speed. Bob just kind of slowly turning. Me and Gordon rush off. Bob a little bit behind, but not terribly much because this is dangerous.
Bob puts some distance, but he keeps up.
Yeah.
And you
When he's out of
find
range, I just start picking out the cup noodles and eating them.
Yeah, eating nothing else. It's okonomiyaki with noodle in it.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls all the noodles out. Eats the noodles. It's a donut. Onigiri.
Yeah, I remember that. So bad.
I didn't see that episode as a kid, but if I did, I would have been so confused. Like, that's not a donut. And they're eating them out of Pokeballs. I know it's a container shaped like a Pokeball, but it's Pokeballs. What the heck?
We don't question these things.
Eventually, you catch up with the Taillow. It's sitting on a branch, staring at you.
I stare back.
It looks like it's about to spit acid on your face.
Could I try to catch it beforehand so that I may analyze?
You throw a Pokeball at it, and the Pokeball doesn't engage. It's like somebody owns this thing.
So it just smacks the Taillow in the face with the Pokeball,
Well, you know,
further enraging it.
they activate before they hit the Pokemon, so this one just like flies by the Pokemon without activating.
So it's someone's Taillow.
I'm not gonna. I know in the anime it actually like smacks the Pokemon and then activates, but that makes no sense.
Is there a way for me to restrain it?
Yeah, you could probably use like Mawile, like rap style thing that doesn't deal damage.
All right, Gordon, restrain it.
Hinder, I guess, by Gordon Malsey.
All right, and this is using its best stat, or
I think it just actually has, it has an actual hinder. You can re-roll if you want. I was just seeing what would happen if I used it. Okay, full success. It uses bind, but it doesn't have bind, so it's just like wrapped its mouth around it to hold it still.
Yeah.
That works, I guess.
Well, basically, it can't deal damage because of the roll that it was.
I try to inspect this to see what's wrong with this Taillow.
It looks fine physically, but it's like got this kind of darkness to its eyes.
Maybe it's cursed.
I'll need to talk to someone who specializes in this. Hex Joy, I know it.
God damn it.
It's somebody who used to be a Nurse Joy, but they
used to be a Hex Maniac, but then became a Nurse Joy.
Oh, and then somebody found out about their past, and now they're fired.
Why would they be fired?
Because they're Hex Joy instead of Nurse Joy.
Well, meaning people just call them that because they
Oh, okay. It's not their actual trainer class, but they call the Nurse Joy in the next town Hex Joy.
Yeah. All right. We have to rush back to Hexia and check on that man, and then quickly to Hex Joy. Nothing could go wrong.
I mean, you had a full success binding the Pokemon, so nothing's going to go wrong with that.
As me and Gordon rush ahead, and Bob just sighs.
Bob turns around and starts heading in the direction you're going.
Yep.
And then you pass Bob. That's why he wasn't in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
When you get back to where Hexia is, the person is currently on a gurney, being loaded into the ambulance that was set up.
How is he? And also, Hexia, I know you didn't eat anything besides the cup of noodles.
Of course I did.
How dare you?
By the way, here's your weird food stuff.
Keep it and eat it.
Nah, I'm good.
The EMT just looks over, recognizes Hexia from some report at some point, shrugs, goes back to what they were doing. Do you guys want to lift into town, by the way?
Yes.
No, we can walk.
We must reach there with most efficiency. I must talk to Hex Joy.
Oh boy. Maybe you should walk.
Why? This is a Pokemon emergency, man.
Roll, manipulate.
All right. I fail.
Mark experience.
While he is failing, I shake the foodstuffs in front of his face, getting him to take it.
And the ambulance closes and speeds off before they can answer why.
That was a pretty extreme reaction.
And the food stuff is ruined from all the dust that was kicked up.
Well, that's just wasteful.
Yes. Maybe people who are given food should eat it.
Hey, just like when I was trying to give you back the foodstuffs. Valuable lesson.
Like when I gave you the foodstuffs in the first place and you didn't eat it.
No, I ate it.
You didn't eat anything besides the noodles.
You couldn't see it, but I did the finger guns.
You just dropped the food stuff because it's ruined.
Pretty much, yeah. Might as well. And Nurse Jenny shows up and finds me for littering.
Nurse Jenny?
I mean, fuck. Officer Jenny, god damn it, shut up.
A Jeep drives by. Officer Jenny's driving.
Nurse Jenny.
Oh, what?
A Jeep drives by. There's an Officer Jenny going by, driving it. Hey, pick that up!
I tried to hail her.
I'm like, yeah, Professor, pick it up.
You're the one who dropped it.
Don't judge me.
She slowed down and then you started arguing and then she sped back up.
Officer Jenny, wait! I'm Professor Thorne. There's a Pokemon emergency.
Well, hop in.
You want to try and roll manipulate?
No, I was giving you this ride. I just wanted to make it funny.
All right, come on, Hexia, and pick up that, and we'll deal with it when we have the proper place to deal with it.
Yeah. Also, the further away from Hagane you get, the less likely your name's gonna do anything for you.
I know.
I'm just imagining us like clear across the other side of the continent. He's still trying to pull that card.
Like
Professor Thorne, you might have heard of me.
Yeah, 'cause you're the local professor, but you're not the regional professor.
Yeah.
That'd be too much power.
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing your Pokemon talk or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You make it to the next town. What's this town named?
Townsville.
Wow. It's by a lake, if that helps.
Lake Townsville.
See, that sounds more legitimate.
God dang it, Joker.
Shut up, you know what's funny?
I'm gonna go with that if nobody has an idea.
Yeah. I'm
Silver
good with
Rock.
Okay,
Where
Silver
do you
Rock.
see a silver rock? Show me a silver rock here.
Any gray-colored rock.
Points over the slightly
That's
metallic rock that's obviously been painted over. But it also says "Welcome to Silver Rock" on it. Silver Rock is a smaller town. It also has apparently the rock type gym in it, because that just makes sense.
I also, along the way, let the Officer Jenny know that we need to get to Hexjoy. And secondarily, I give a description of those two members from Team Pixie Dust, specifically mentioning them as, like, individuals have done it, because I doubt I have any sort of flack to try to be like, yes, it's probably the entire organization.
Sure, we'll look into that. They must be outliers, though. That group does a lot of charity work.
Sure.
It's a cover.
Hexia, keep your conspiracies to yourself.
Hexia.
It's not a conspiracy if it turns out to be true.
You also believed that aliens will come and judge us for who eats noodles.
Okay, I drank sake one time, and that's the only thing you remember.
That was the next day.
As the car speeds off as you get out. Like you close the door and it's already moving.
After Bob actually gave, like, detailed writing on everything.
Yeah, Bob's the one that wrote everything down. So.
Hello?
You're a very versed
Okay, where'd I lose her?
Metagross.
Bob just nods.
Drives off.
Has a long-suffering look like I'm surrounded by crazy people.
Help
Okay,
me!
Bob. Do you want a hug?
Bob probably does not.
Bob opens arms for a hug.
I give hug.
It's very sharp hug.
Ow.
He's very pointy.
Mm-hmm. But guess what? My Metagross is already sharply dressed.
Do I have any paper that I can roll up and whack him on the head with?
Probably not.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna toss this rock at him.
And me and Gordon, with the speed of at least 12 EVs, rush off to find a Hexjoy.
Why 12 EVs?
Why not?
The Zigzagoon made sense. Wobbuffet. The
Zigzagoon
Zigzagoon made
sense. Eevee
yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
Eevee can be quick, especially if
It
told.
can be, but it's not inherently a quick animal or Pokemon.
Jolteon, on the other hand.
Yes, Jolteon is very fast.
Doesn't Eevee have quick attack?
Ah, I hate you right now.
And that's like
I win again.
Arcanine just runs by with extreme speed, going faster because why not? You get to Hexjoy's. Are you going to her house or place of work?
Place of work first.
You get to the
House
Pokemon.
First. If she's not there, we can just break in and like leave a note.
No.
The Pokemon Center that she works at is currently undergoing maintenance. There's a temporary one set up next door, but she's not there. It's just the head nurse droid.
Okay. I asked her if like Hexjoy is like at her house or something.
I think so. I mean, she's not working today.
All right.
I don't know where. I don't know where she hangs out. I don't hang out with her.
Me and Gordon turn around, and then with the speed of at least 4.5 flying Magikarp.
Gyarados? 4.5 Gyarados?
No, flying Magikarp, because
that's what I heard. 4.5 Gyarados.
Makes sense, because with the amount of force required for them to actually jump over mountains, that does make sense.
Maybe they do it slow.
I mean, maybe.
I
But
doubt
they
it,
do
but
jump over mountains.
but the Pokedex does say that. But the Pokedex also says that Slugma is hotter than the surface of the sun by like a magnitude or so. So
That's also fair.
a wild Slugma appeared. The Earth dies.
Couldn't you teach it like fly as a TM? That's why I was making that joke.
Magikarp?
No, why?
Maybe as a
Why do you think that
glitch.
would be a thing.
It sounds like a Gen 1 glitch.
It does.
Okay.
I don't know if it is, but it definitely sounds like one. Gyarados never learns fly, by the way. In any gen.
Yeah, but I think he's just a dragon type, isn't he?
No,
Water.
it's a flying water type. Gyarados is, and its Mega is water dark type,
Huh.
so it's never been dragon. It's a freaking dragon, though.
I know. I would have thought dragon.
Alright, you get to Hexjoy's house. It's dark inside, but that doesn't really seem out of place for Hexjoy.
That's classist against hex maniacs.
I was gonna say, the professor personally knows this Hex Maniac, that's why I was saying that.
I knock on her door.
It echoes. You hear the shuffling of footsteps. And, shoot, it's a good ghost that has footsteps.
Oh, I guess it can learn bounce, not fly.
Oh, it's basically fly, just without the out of combat thing.
So the speed of 4.5 bouncing Magikarps.
Okay, now that's fast. And bounce makes sense because it can jump over mountains. But so can Ponyta, apparently.
Yeah, maybe this was what happens when you have like random 10-year-old like fill out all your information for you.
I like to imagine that most Pokédex entries are just like graffiti.
Well, but these are Pokemon that Oak has actually already gathered the information on. He's just telling you because the Pokédex automatically does it. So he put all those lies in there.
Maybe he did it when he was 10 years old.
Maybe.
Well, according to the anime, he did. He wrote it all down on paper around that age.
That makes so much goddamn sense.
And they didn't have the type of Pokeballs then either. They had like capsules. like with the screw on top.
Hmm.
Pokeballs went a really long way in a really short time.
Anyway.
So yeah, you hear some shuffling and a ghostly Pokemon with like some chains hanging off it opens the door.
What Pokemon is that again?
It's one of my... It's Dosprit.
Ah. Yeah. Snuggles, can you tell me where Hexjoy is?
He looks at you.
I want to believe that you're the one that gave him that name and not Nurse Joy.
But it's stuck. He points a ghostly finger down the hallway.
Is she awake?
It nods slowly
May I
with
enter?
some chain
Is
clinking.
she awake spiritually?
Is she woke? He doesn't answer you, and you think maybe, oh yeah, she's a hex maniac.
May I come in?
He ushers you in, stares a little bit at your friend, and then shrugs and ushers her in.
Yeah, me and Gordon then rush towards the room. With the
I'm in
speed
no
of
hurry
a
whatsoever.
singular excited Growlithe, as we don't want to cause a ruckus in here.
That sounds like a ruckus to me.
That sounds like a very big ruckus.
It's not much
Jump,
of a
jump,
ruckus
jump.
as we could cause.
It's not as much as the ruckus is like 4 bouncing Magikarps.
I'm still wondering about that half one. What happened? Did it bounce into a blade? Or...
It was the runt of the litter of Magikarps.
The door eerily opens by itself, and then you see a string flash in the dim light. So it didn't open by itself. There was a string. Enter.
Didn't anybody ever teach you about string placement? Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Hexjoy.
I moved it 5 times. Sorry, what'd you say?
I need your expertise.
On what? She's not facing you right now. Her pink hair is currently like that wavy hex maniac wild hair.
I have Gordon turn around to show the Taillow.
She's still not facing you.
She slowly turns. That aura. What is that?
That's why I'm asking you.
Well, clearly you can't see the aura. So what happened?
Well, I just noticed there's some darkness about its eyes, which is unusual, but it was looking at a trainer and then just immediately spat acid in their face afterwards, and was about to do the same to me.
It's surrounded by shadow.
I mean, Gordon does have a hold of... Oh, you're beating... Okay. Sorry, My bad.
Its heart
Hey,
has been closed.
You maybe want to let the experts handle this for a change?
I mean, you're not an expert in food.
Yeah,
But
and you're not an expert in the unknown, so get the fuck out of my face.
Is a expert in this field. That's why I brought this Taillow to her.
I mean, I could have lifted a curse too, but...
Have you heard of Team Snag'em?
Team what?
Snag'em.
Snag'em.
I do that thing where very clearly I have no idea, but it's like, ah yes, Team Snag'em. I've totally heard about them.
Well then, Hexia, inform me in full detail.
They snag Pokemon.
Hexjoy is just like, you don't say.
I apologize. I blame their poor diet on how they're currently acting.
No, I've always been like this.
Well, they developed a tool for catching Pokemon that have already been caught. You may need one of those. It's these
We can steal this
Pokemon.
technology for ourselves and utilize it. I mean, turn it into the proper authorities.
No, these Pokemon, these shadowy Pokemon, they need to travel with real trainers to heal. But that's hard to do if you can't keep them in their Pokeballs.
What would cause this?
Evil. Great evil. Or man-made machines.
Could you define the great evil?
So it's still great evil.
Well, the machines are great evil, yes. I don't know, something like worse than Giratina?
Outside force influencing their psyche. Okay.
I lean over to Metagross and whisper, "What's a Giratina?"
Metagross shrugs.
Metagross pulls out a phone and Googles.
Metagross connects to the internet because it's obviously a robot.
Itself
But
Googles, draws a picture,
Yeah, but
which is just a question mark.
yeah, you can't find any information on the internet. It's all redacted.
And it's just a question mark redacted.
No, he draws a question mark and then he draws a square around it and fills in the square. He redacts his own drawing.
Is there a place where I can keep this Pokemon in a relatively safe location so that we can do this then?
I believe here is not great because of my darkness.
Well, I wouldn't want to force a Pokemon upon you. I was asking your professional opinion. And besides, what darkness? You heal so many people a day. And you have Snuggles with you. Like, I imagine each time, like, Professor Thorn turns, there's, like, some unspeakable horror behind him that just keeps changing direction.
You know, it's like why am I Christmas Carol, the ghost that has the chains.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this looks like, except it's supposedly a Pokemon, and there's also a female form of it.
And what Pokemon is this?
Dosprit. It's just it's a ghost type. So if you opened up your Pokedex, it would say that it's a Pokemon that died with his mate protecting their clutch of eggs. And then it would also mention that it most likely died during the powerplant meltdown.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just a whole bunch of these around the region.
So what do we full know about what does Hexjoy know about Team Snag'em? Like, I'm assuming they're an evil. They were at least an evil team.
Yeah,
they're not still operational.
They were an evil team in the Ore region, or Ore, depending on how people pronounce it. I pronounce it Ore. And they made a whole bunch of shadowy Pokemon.
Are they still operational, or?
No, they were defeated by someone who defected from the team.
Traitor.
Obviously, you guys have not played these GameCube games that I'm referencing.
Nope.
Nope. I started in, like, Fire Red, and then I skipped a few.
Well, these were Gen 3 games, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I never owned a GameCube anyway, so
yeah.
Such is life.
Yeah.
If you want to watch the playthrough, I'm doing it on my YouTube channel.
Oh, I'll check it out.
But should I confer with the Pokemon officers, or should I confer with the other nurses?
I don't think they'll know what to do about it.
Do you know?
Flashback to trying to explain it to Officer Jenny, and she's just like, "Oh, this has been happening lately for some reason."
Is there someone here I can take this to?
Yes. I believe there's a William that can take it for you. Here was his address.
William, I've never heard of him.
I think he developed some sort of box system. We don't really use it here, but maybe it will help.
Maybe. Anyway, thank you for your time. We must be off. And then casually leave her house, but as soon as we exit the doorway, with the speed of at least 7 Rapidash, going on a stampede, me and Gordon rushed to wherever she directed us to.
That's fast. You missed the place entirely the first couple times.
I follow
Bob's
behind
just
with the
sitting
speed of
outside.
12 slow bros.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Bob's just sitting at the correct address watching you go by like 3 times.
Bob just, like...
He knocks on the door.
Gets a tea, holds it underneath him to sip it, because that's where their mouth is, apparently.
Yeah.
It
He knocks on the door. Bill answers. Oh, he sees you pass by again. Are you with him?
Bob just nods.
I don't suppose you can tell me what's going on.
Bob just, like, puts an arm out so that I'll stop.
By this point, Hexia is caught up. Hello, I'm Bill. Are you looking for me?
Yes, sorry. Hexjoy directed me to this house because we have and I have Gordon turn around as if I just hadn't ran into a Metagross. This Taillow is infected with some sort of darkness. And so we're looking for a place to contain it until we can find a way to help it.
I take it that you tried to catch it and it failed, otherwise you wouldn't be coming to me?
Yes.
Okay, come inside. Come inside.
Well then.
This house is full of Pokemon, like, equipment, like...
Nice place you have here.
It's full of, like... Well, you know the transporter equipment from the Gen 3 version of Kanto. Right? Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Vaguely.
He's got a whole bunch of teleporters in here. But I don't put people in these machines anymore after a certain incident with yeah. Anyways, Pokemon are fine when they go in. So I can just like transfer this Pokemon into data and just hold it in the bank for now.
Alright.
I tried using my box system here, but apparently people have some other way to store Pokemon. They just keep the Pokeballs in their bag, and they choose 6, and the other ones just don't activate. I don't know how that works, but I can put this one in stasis for you, basically.
Well, it's simple how that system worked well, and that's when it turns to Hexy, just like looking over like some sort of machine or ramen. Each time an explanation happens, that just happened. It's the whole like you remember that Jimmy Neutron episode where like one of them asked how they could breathe in space, and then just cuts over to another character while they're explaining it.
Oh,
and then cuts back.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, it cuts away from him explaining how his systems work.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because he's also explaining the teleporters as you explain how the ball system works.
Yeah. So we transferred the Taillow into the computer.
This one's data is larger than it's supposed to be. Something is definitely weird with it. He starts typing at his computer. Huh. Shadows. What? Why are there shadows in the code? What is this?
That is what I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's apparently a demon Taillow or something like that. No, I was making that.
Okay.
It was infected by a great evil.
I think I want to be kept posted on this. Here's my Poketch number.
Thank you. If you could also relay this information whilst we go searching to the local Pokeforce.
Wait, Team Snag'em is actually a real team?
Team Snag'em? Yeah.
Oh my god, that's weird.
Yeah, they're a real thing.
I can't find this weird ghost Pokemon anyway.
That I told you was one that I came up
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
custom
I-
for this.
Did not catch that at all.
with. Okay. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of fake ones.
Mhm.
You're gonna see a lot of them. Quote unquote see.
All right, Hexia. I know originally this adventure was initially to see about the possibility of the return of a legendary Pokemon. As I'm thinking in my head, getting you actually decent diet.
I heard that.
You heard nothing. I knock on my head steel plates.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, he is traveling with the Hex Maniac, so it makes sense.
But are you ready to track down the source of a great evil, raid either current or old ruins of an evil Pokemon team, and get to the bottom of this?
Wait, a legendary Pokemon? Says Bill.
I just gotta like look at him.
Bill's like a legendary Pokemon. You mean the regional legendary
Yes,
that
regional.
that heals people and Pokemon?
To be honest, I had not read up mostly on that. I assumed that it actually wasn't returning.
Well, I mean, if it is returning, then it would probably help with this Pokemon, and not to mention all of the nuclear fallout from what happened here, which is actually why I'm here. I'm studying how Pokemon changed when they were.
Really,
Affected
we should
by-
exchange notes on that. I was testing. I was seeing that via the effects of Steel Pokemon, who are typically hardy.
Yeah, most of the steel types don't seem to have been affected, but almost all the other types have something.
Yes, Bob here actually found near to Ground Zero, as it were.
Yikes. Did you have like a rad suit?
Of course.
Okay, good, because
I'm not crazy.
Oh no, I was just gonna go in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
We've gone over this. That's not how it works.
I know it's not, but it makes you upset, and I find that humorous.
well, normally I would offer you an Eevee, but I don't have any right now.
That's perfectly fine.
They're all Toxeon now. It's
That sounds adorable.
yeah, but I want to give you the option of making them whatever you want, so I'm not giving you Toxeons. So maybe if I have some EVs later, I'll give you a call.
Alright, we'll be sure
thank
to
you.
come straight back.
Okay.
Assuming
now,
you gave him your number in response to him giving you his.
Yeah,
He'll find a way to get in touch. Or I will.
I gave him my number.
He specifically does not give Hexia his number.
I give him mine though.
I mean, he's like, I might need this, but I doubt it, so he like shoves it in a pocket.
So what were the rumors of actually it returning? Like, where was it supposed to return to?
Well, there have been sightings of something that fits the description at Ground Zero. But, I mean, that could just be another Pokemon that's been twisted by the explosion.
Well, then, it looks like our journey takes us to Ground Zero. We need suits.
Which, by the way, is the name of that town that's in the crater.
Because granted, whilst my training with steel types and healthy diet have made my body like that of steel, we still need radiation suits.
Too bad it's
Well,
steel and
my-
not lead, says Bill.
That's true. I appreciate the humor.
And while my diet
size.
of purely just cup noodles has not killed me yet, I'm pretty sure radiation will do it.
Where would be the nearest place to get radiation suits?
Ground Zero?
Preferably pre-Ground
Imagine
Zero.
how funny that would be. The
Well-
only place to get radiation suits is in the area where the radiation is strongest.
Well, if you have credentials, there's a couple of routes that go there that'll have a checkpoint before the rads get real bad. But you probably want radiation suits before then.
Yes.
So check in some towns.
Do they have any here?
No, we're far enough away that nobody needs one here.
All right, to the next town.
Pokeball-shaped cutscene.
Yeah. As after I exit his door, me and Gordon sprint off with the full force of a gale produced by at least 12 Pidgeots.
Wow, they're running as fast as 12 Pidgeots fly, says Bill as he watches you leave.
I move with the speed of 100 Slowbros.
You'll get there eventually.
Considering my grandfather loves Lickitung, I can't judge.
Bob just puts Hexia on his head and just starts floating after.
It's slightly faster than Hexia was going. And you make your way back onto Route 2. It's not back onto Route 1, but it's still in the forest for a little bit.
Yeah, Bob moves pretty slow until he hits the turbo.
It's like only slightly faster than how he's going.
Yeah, once he's out of town, he speeds along at the speed of 15 miles per hour. Though it's a back road, so the speed is actually 45, but he doesn't care. He's only going 25.
Thorn, after reaching the outskirts of town, stops along with Gordon. Like, wait a minute, we left Bob and Hexia.
You see them slowly floating towards you down Main Street.
I do apologize. I tend to get over enthusiastic.
Don't worry, I'm used to being abandoned.
I was actually apologizing to Bob.
Don't worry, he's used to being abandoned.
I mean, she's not wrong, but
Bob sighs.
It's okay, Bob. I'm here for you. And then I pat his head.
Bob continues to sigh.
not the one I want here for me. I think we'll call it a session here.
All right, that was fun.
It was very fun. There were a lot of hijinks involved.
That's the best part.
Pixie Dust was supposed to be a twist, but you guys smelled that a mile away.
I know.
One, it's kind of obvious, and two, I've seen that video.
I figured somebody had, but I was hoping. I know Alex didn't.
I don't know what video you're talking about, but I usually don't trust anything that is super pure.
Yeah, something that's super pure is something to never trust.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, so you're saying I should throw the plot of the video out because you already know it?
No, because I don't know the plot of the video.
I mean, you can continue going. I'm not gonna meta it
I mean,
Thorn, it's just he's not gonna interact with them, and he doesn't give a care about their stuff, and then now it's suspicious, but
I mean,
it isn't like he's assuming they're gonna do something.
As long as you're not using the pixie puffs, which it sounds like you're not anyways, we're good.